It's Coffee Social, the podcast all about social media and business. And now, here are your hosts, Jonathan Howard and Mimi Langley.
Jonathan Howard.
Hello, Mimi Langley.
Oh my goodness, Jonathan. We're in season 2.
We're in season 2. But I want to know what kind of witchcraft you got working out here. This is episode 2 of season 2, but it's the first one we're recording.
I know that is kind of weird, huh? Because we have
It's
Yo
weird.
Fit, which is episode 1. Yeah.
It's
Interesting.
weird.
Well, hi,
Interesting.
everybody. Who has their coffee?
I have my
Grab
coffee.
it. Look at my mug.
Cheers.
Cheers. Oh my gosh, look at
she
this.
got a new mug finally.
Do you see who's on it?
No.
Are you? Come on, my camera quality's
It's
not that
fuzzy. Your camera quality is terrible. It's
bad.
fuzzy.
Okay, well, it's Taylor Swift, so
Oh, okay.
cheers.
You're
'Cause I'm a
pretending you're a Taylor
Swiftie.
Swift
I'm a
fan.
Swiftie. Thank you.
She's going to keep pretending. Keep pretending. What are you drinking,
was-
Mimi?
Oh, I'm drinking. Oh gosh, who's the brand? Seattle's Best. I'm drinking Seattle's Best, and I don't have any cream or sugar in it. I drink my coffee black, but I do add my protein powder. So I guess it's really not black. Yeah, but shout
Not
out to
black.
Flav City. His protein powder is amazing. Okay, and it's very expensive. Back to you, Jonathan. What are you drinking?
I'm drinking Stoke Cold Brew Coffee.
I love Stoke. Like Stoke. If you
I know
want a
you
sponsor,
recommended this to me.
Do you love it?
I do.
It's really good.
I
I never
love
had the one that
Stoke.
was.
Cold brew coffee. It's the lighter roast, but it's still bold.
Okay, I was going to say, because it's a different, I think I drink like the blue one, so that's a lighter roast. Okay. Jonathan, can you believe we're back and we're planning
No.
on doing 32 episodes of this podcast called Coffee Social?
32 episodes. We're going to make it, right?
God willing.
It's going to be an exciting season, on the season, off the season. By the way, I apologize. I'm getting over COVID. So if my voice is a little weird today, that's COVID. But it's going to be an exciting
wait, hold on.
season.
That's an excuse. I'm just kidding.
I'm here, aren't I?
I know. Thanks for being here. I know you're excited about this episode because we're going to be talking about marketing, but not just any kind of marketing. We're going to be talking about, unique marketing tactics that you could be doing. So are you excited?
I'm excited. Outside the box stuff. Things that haven't been done before. Or have they? It's all
They
been done before.
clearly have. Yes.
They-
But maybe it's
Fair.
just never been on your radar, and now it will be. So, okay, Jonathan, before we dive into unique marketing tactics, tell the people who you are, just in case it's their first time here at Coffee Social.
Why is it their first time?
I don't know, but I just did that in one breath, and I almost coughed.
Okay. Well, my name is Jonathan Howard. I'm the owner of Success on Social, and I help successful female coaches reach their ideal clients on social media through developing their signature strategy, telling their story, and of course, that leads to them changing the world. And over to you, Mimi.
Hi, everyone. I'm Mimi Langley. I teach women in business how to host rooms, how to moderate on social audio. That includes LinkedIn audio, Clubhouse, Chatter, all of them, you guys. X Spaces, you can take a lot of what I teach and bring it over there as well. And it's really a great way to grow your business from the ground up. So I'm excited, Jonathan. Are you ready to jump into it? Because the first thing we're going to talk about is...
Social audio. Over to you, Mimi.
Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. I love it because a lot of people still don't talk about social audio. We went to the podcast conference, podcast movement this past summer, and we talked about social audio. Hardly anyone knew what I was talking about, Jonathan. I don't know if you experienced that or not, but
They're like, what? Huh?
yeah, they
She's
were missing
crazy.
it. We're going to talk about social audio. I'm manifesting this now for us. We're going to talk about social audio at the next year's conference. We're going to be speakers speaking on it because it can not only just help grow your podcast, but it's a great way for you to really share your expertise no matter what industry you're in. You can meet new people. You can open up a room and talk because it's audio only. Most of the time it's audio only, traditional social audio only. And you can share, you can give your 3 top tips on something in your niche, in your industry. It's a great way for people to find you, right? Because sometimes we get buried with the same old content, and we don't stop the scroll, unfortunately. So on social audio, it's a different beast, right? It's a way to kind of, people are there because they want to listen in on content. So if you have a good title and a great topic, the chances of bringing new people into your world are high. So what do you think, Jonathan?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it's such a great opportunity that many people are missing because there's a different audience on social audio that you're not tapping into. So finding that audience and tapping into that audience is a big win, I think, for a lot of people. And you were right. The people at the podcast movement, nobody had a clue what social audio was. It was very funny. I was thinking that would be a good topic to talk to them about.
Yeah, and honestly, we grow our podcast every single time we talk on social audio. Like when we talk about the podcast, people are like, "Oh, I didn't know you had one. I'm going to go ahead and follow you." So it's a missing tool in a lot of people's businesses for marketing. So all right, enough of social audio. Let's talk about, I don't even know what the heck this is. I'm just going to say it because I'm reading it off the paper. Smash Army. Smash Army.
So
what is
did
it?
you see this summer there was a campaign going on, and it was for it was Smash Army. What they were doing was smashing cans, and it was an intern who was given an unreachable task of getting 1 million followers, I believe, over the course of a certain amount of time. I think it was like a 6-week period, and she did so by smashing the cans. And all she did was create videos of smashing a can. And she ended up accomplishing the goal. And the thing is, the really cool idea behind this is one single goal, and everybody was able to be like motivated behind that and reach and cheer for that single thing that she was able to accomplish. So it was definitely a really fun strategy. Now, it turns out I don't believe she was really an intern. There was a lot more to it. There was a lot of people in the background that knew what was going on and working towards it. So it was a campaign that was done, but it was done very, very well. And it's an outside the box kind of way to run a campaign, run a strategy of, having one of your interns get to a certain number of followers on a separate account. And then they're rebranding now the drink, and they're doing all this stuff. And she's a part of that campaign as well. So it's actually been a really interesting thing to follow.
Why can't we be the first to do things like this? Like, I'm just thinking, gosh, I guess we could break coffee cups.
We could.
That would be costly, though.
It would. I mean, we could break our plastic cups our Starbucks comes in. It's not as exciting.
Jonathan, I'm Greek. I don't know if you know that about me. I'm Greek,
break
and so
plates,
we break things all the time. I was going to say things, but really, yeah, it's plates, and we say "Opa." Celebration. Anyways, I think
Opa! No.
Opa to all the Greeks listening. Very interesting. I think if you can create a very unique challenge, like I think that could be really beneficial. Like that's good.
Yeah, I loved that one. I thought it was a really unique way of doing things.
I hope that made people smile. If that didn't make you smile, this next one is going to make you smile. And I know it's going to make you smile, Jonathan Howard. Did you see it? So we mentioned that we were at a podcast conference this past summer, and one of the sessions was about PR and getting more media attention. And there was a girl named Sarah from Frugalpreneur Podcast, who I thought was absolutely fabulous, by the way. She was giving suggestions on what to do. And she said that there's actually a business for this. I've never heard this before. I was always wondering how this happened. There are people that will rent like a few seconds on a Times Square in New York City billboard. Okay. And I know, I mean, that's what they're famous for, is those billboards in Times Square, right? And I always was like, how do people score that kind of advertisement? And you can go to, there's a few websites that offer this. And I think she mentioned one was like timesquarebillboard.com or something like that. We'll put the information in the notes section if you're curious. But she said you can even score one for $100. So it doesn't have to be super pricey. What do you think? Should we be on a billboard? Yeah,
we should be on a billboard. It's a few seconds, but hey, it's a billboard. In Times
Well,
Square.
and she
We have
said-
to be there. You have to leverage that. Yeah.
That's what I was going to say. The next time we go to New York City, like we're doing it and we're going to stand in front of it and get a million pictures and videos because like that's
In a second.
You know what you can what you can do though is like take that material and how you can promote it and market. Anyways, I'm excited.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You could leverage the hell out of that because you're on a billboard in Times Square. So, you know, we could also probably do that without being on a billboard in Times Square, but we could really be on a billboard in Times Square.
Like it's legit.
Yep.
Move over, Beyonce. Coffee socials in town.
Yeah, exactly.
Also, and it's important to mention this. It doesn't have to be Times Square billboard. There's a ton of billboard companies all over the world that you can advertise on. So even if it's Los Angeles or something. But I just thought it was interesting.
LA? Ew.
Love LA. Used to live in LA.
I know you used to live in LA. I don't know how.
Me neither.
Traffic.
Still have a lot of PTSD when I'm on the road. Okay, let's move into my favorite person in entertainment because I have her mug.
Uh-huh.
Taylor Swift. And this is, okay, you talk to us about, because she's a beast when it comes to marketing. She knows her
a
people.
beast when it comes to marketing. And this is not even something that's designed to necessarily, well, it might be because it's Taylor. So everything is designed in a certain way. But so, you know, at her concert, she performs 22. You know, I'm not going to sing it, but maybe I'll put a clip in here.
Remember? I did. I sang it last season.
That's right. You did sing it last season. So maybe I'll put a clip of her singing it in here. But as a part of that performance, you know, she wears the T-shirt and the 22 hat.
The sparkly hat.
The sparkly hat, the sparkly little top hat. So as a part of that, in every single concert, do you know what she does?
She gives it to somebody.
She gives it to somebody. She gives it to somebody. She read ahead in the notes. She gives it to somebody, and it's really this touching moment where this super fan is so excited, or it's a little girl who's like in tears, and she's sitting there singing the song and doing it, and everybody that's in the stadium captures it on video, and everybody posts it on social media. So it's a way of Taylor living rent-free in your head with an emotional connection every single day. Every single time she performs that song, that is out there and multiple people are recording it, and it is just front and center on social media because it's touching, it's emotional, it's a great story, and we love to see those things. So how can you figure out a way to live rent-free in somebody's mind, 24/7? Maybe it's a jingle. Maybe it's, a funny dog that you've got in your office. Anything that's going to be nearly meme-worthy, but, just entertaining and has that emotional connection. What is it that you can do to live rent-free in somebody's mind? Because that's what Taylor's doing with that one piece of content that becomes millions just by giving a hat away each and every concert.
I have one word for that. Wow. I wasn't expecting. See the things that Jonathan pulls out? I'm telling you guys, he is researching and investigating like different marketing tactics for us. And that one, I mean, I look at that all the time. I see it all the time on my socials. I see it all the time on YouTube pop up in my feed about her giving the hat every night to somebody. And it's a very like sincere moment. And
yeah.
I don't know if she set it up that way. I don't know if she thought ahead of time that this is going to blow up the internet. But it did, and it does every single time she does it. So what can we do, Jonathan? Oh my gosh, now I'm thinking about it. I mean, you teach about this a lot with signature style. So
Yep. And that's really a lot of what goes into your signature style. It's the things that people are going to remember. It's, I wear this hat in public when I'm working all the time for a reason, because people recognize me. People at the podcast conference recognize me. The hat lives rent free in some people's heads. So, anything that you can do to find that little connection that's going to work.
I think
I don't
for
know,
me,
Mimi, we should come up with something.
well, I was going to say my accent. A lot of people, when they hear it, they like, they just think of me, which I love
The way
that.
you say coffee.
Coffee. Yeah. Dog. Automatic. That was all for you guys who always request. Okay,
Request
real quick.
words from Mimi.
So we have 2 more unique marketing tactics that we're going to get through because we try to keep these episodes, digestible for you. But before we do, we have to pay the bills. We got to roll the sponsors of this episode, right, Jonathan?
That's right. We have to roll the
Commercials.
commercials,
The ads.
the things that pay the bills.
Take
Ready?
it away. Press the button.
Roll it.
Did you find it?
I found the button.
Okay.
Is social media starting to feel like crickets for you lately? No engagement, no likes. Hello, does anyone see this? Is anyone out there? What if I told you that social audio, aka audio marketing, could be the game changer that your business needs? Hi, it's Mimi Langley here, and I teach all about social audio. And right now I have a brand new training all about LinkedIn audio. Yes, LinkedIn has social audio. Learn how LinkedIn audio operates and the strategies you'll need to gain visibility, make sales, and grow your email list in under 60 minutes. Check the description for a link.
Are you tired of not having the time, not having the clarity, not having a clue what to post, or what trends are even important on social media? There is a solution out there, and that solution is the Signature Membership. The Signature Membership will help you by providing you a strategy, showing you how to remain consistent, always having ideas on what to post, and having clarity in your content. Overall, it's even going to help your visibility and your ability to make money on social media.
For watching, everyone, we'll put those links in the show notes below, in the description below for you guys. Click away. Some great resources for you. Okay, so let's continue on. We have 2 more tactics to go before we close down. The first one, 2. 22. I had to do it. I'm sorry.
There you
Taylor,
go.
she's in my brain, rent-free. Okay.
Rent-free.
So let's talk about merchandise because, listen, Jonathan is not anti-merchandise, but kind of, sort of, if you really want the real Jonathan. But merchandise, I think that is something that will never die away. Like that, I mean, think about it. Anywhere you are, grocery store, the mall. Does anyone go to the mall anymore?
I don't think so.
Well,
I don't.
Grocery store, Walmart, Target, wherever you're shopping, and you're out and about, post office, and you have like the name of your podcast on your shirt or the name of your business on your shirt, people are looking whether they want to or not. It stands out most of the time to them and they're seeing it. So that's free advertising for you. And when we were at the podcast conference, I mean, people were very thinking outside of the box with merchandise. Like there was one girl, she made stickers to hand out to people. Another girl had her bathing suit with her podcast on it. Like, I'm not kidding, Jonathan. There was one guy walking around with a backpack, and on the backpack, it was scrolling like the name of his podcast.
I saw that.
You couldn't keep your eyes off of it. I was like, what does this say? What's happening right now? I'm just going to stand behind him so I can read the whole thing. So, I mean, think about that when you're thinking of merchandise. It doesn't just have to be the same old stuff.
Right. And T-shirts are a given. I mean, T-shirts are something that are a given. And yes, Mimi, we could drop ship T-shirts to people, but it has to be one of those things. Because the thing with merchandise, being that I worked retail, you have sizing, you have coloring, you have graphics. Those are all 3 different things. So you have to decide on those 3 things. And, if you want to have more than one, you're going to have to get sizes of all of the second one that you get and stuff like that. So merchandise is tough because then you end up with boxes of T-shirts in your house that you're like, what am I going to do with 500 Coffee Social T-shirts? Because that's what you need to get the price low.
Okay, but you're right, though, with drop shipping. So look into drop shipping, you guys. If we can find maybe a drop shipping expert at some point, we'll bring them on the podcast. The other thing is like you don't have to do T-shirts, right? But I think coffee mugs would be like our thing. That I'm just saying. Let us know what you guys want. Let us know what merchandise you want.
Getting it. Not approved.
Do you see this face? Anyways, Jonathan, we need to move on. We need to go to the last tactic, and then we could save us fighting for bonus material.
Okay. Bonus materials for, yeah. So the last tactic, and Mimi's not even going to throw this one to me, but the last tactic is actually something that I saw in the political campaigns. So I have noticed that the Harris campaign has really taken social media to a different level with what they're doing and how they're utilizing social media and leveraging it. And one of the things that she has is a quick response profile that's responding like in the every hour to different things that are happening in the campaign and putting it out there. And it's a really interesting way of staying on top of the news and making sure that you're getting responses out and news hacking to a certain extent. So I thought that it was a really, really smart way to do things. If you're in like PR, if you're in, any news centric types of things where you could actually use something like this, a quick response to respond to the things that are happening in the news, to respond to, different things that are, oh my God, this happened and this happened and this happened. If you're in news just in general, this could be a fun social media profile that you could have so that you could respond and every hour just have something else that you're hitting so that you're constantly in the feed. And it's constant in the feed. So like, say Mimi, I'm covering Paris Fashion Week. I could be there and I have a profile for Paris Fashion Week and I could be there and I could be, this is the outfits that I loved this hour. This is, whatever the breaking news is, whatever the breaking fashion designer is, whoever won something, I don't know. Covering the Olympics, same thing. You could do all those different things. And I think that would be a really fun way to utilize social media.
Yeah, I love that. I mean, right? Let's put the fun back into creating content. I know sometimes we, go with the flow with everything that's happening on there. And we get sick of it sometimes. So bringing back the fun is fun to do.
Bringing back the fun is fun. Ooh, that's a deep one, Mimi.
Hey. No, but
bringing back the fun is fun. Let's have fun. No,
you heard it here first, folks. You heard it here first.
We're going to put that out on our breaking news, on our rapid response profile.
Listen, I know that having more than one account, it's a lot. It can be a lot, but I like if you could have a good strategy behind it, like they do for the elections, or Paris Fashion Week. Like I think, it could definitely benefit you absolutely overall in your business. So now I'm thinking about Coffee Social and what could be another account we have. I know for sure fan accounts, but
we don't even manage the one.
Oh, I'll talk to him, you guys. Do not worry.
We'll get better.
All right, Jonathan, listen, that was a lot packed into this episode.
That was a lot.
So
we're going to be like a huge, long episode. We're glad it's coming out in the first batch. Keep you excited.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully you got your steps in, the 10,000 of them during this episode. But Jonathan, you want to go ahead and, do your thing for the ending, and then I'll do my thing.
Oh my goodness, do I remember my thing? Because I had to do my thing. When was the last time I had to do my thing? Yeah, so
he doesn't remember, you guys. That's why fun is fun.
Fun is fun. So if you have not already, and you love what you're hearing, make sure that you go over to the podcast. And this is if you're listening to this on 1010, this is a big day. You're going to run over to the podcast and subscribe, because on 1010, when this releases, I'm going to shave my head if we run up those charts. So make sure that you go over and subscribe to the podcast. And if you love what you're hearing, write us a review. We'd love to see what you've got on any of the platforms, but for Apple Podcasts especially, on 1010, run up those subscriptions. We want to see that goes up. We want to hit number 1, and then I'll shave my head. So that's the main focus. But of course, write us a review. Follow us on Instagram, on Pinterest. We are on Pinterest. Follow us on.
Are we?
We are. Remember? Where else are we?
We're on YouTube.
OnlyFans. Yeah.
Oh my gosh! The end. 5 stars. Don't forget.
5 stars, because Mimi needs her stars. She cries when she doesn't get stars. So give her 5. Not 4. Not 4, Frank, but 5.
Well, it was Bob, so now it's Frank this time.
It's Frank this time.
You guys, that was so much fun. And I really want to see Jonathan shave his head. So please subscribe.
I do actually have hair, by the way.
Oh, you do. If you're watching on YouTube, he's showing us his hair. Very nice hair, by the way.
I do
Almost
have hairs.
a little Edward Cullen, Twilight-ish, sort of.
Is it?
No.
I didn't think so.
Oh,
Very
you look
short.
cute. It's so different without the hat, you guys. Go run to YouTube and look at this. But we want to end the episode a little bit different than we normally would. In season 1, we ended it with the most important question of them all, and is that, are you team Mimi or team Jonathan? And we just
Mimi
figured out
lost.
that we're never gonna know.
Mimi lost.
No, I did not lose. No.
Mimi lost.
So we want to go ahead at the end of each episode for season 2, kind of do it. Are you a team blank or team blank, and align it with what the episode's about. And so we brought up Taylor Swift a lot in this episode because we love her. We're Swifties. We want her on Coffee Social eventually.
Mimi's not a Swiftie.
I have my mug. Okay. So we want to know, are you team Taylor or are you team Beyonce? Since at one point they were rivaling. Well, we made that up, right?
We made that up, but yeah.
The tours were the fans made that up. There was a rival. There wasn't a rival. They went to each one's movie premiere.
Yeah, movie premiere, concerts and things, they like each other. Amazing. 2 females can like each other.
Oh my
gosh.
New
world.
So let us know. Are you team Taylor or team Beyonce if you had to choose one? Okay. You could put it in the comments section on YouTube, or you can put it on our Instagram, because I'm sure we'll put that up as a post for you guys to comment in. So, well, that's it. How do you feel, Jonathan?
I feel empty and alone now.
Well, thank you everyone so much for watching. We will see you in the next episode. Bye, Jonathan Howard.
Bye, Mimi Langley.
Bye, guys. Bye, everyone.